This is going to be a general reading for Earth sign Virgo. Alright, so it's going to be for it is July. It's for July 17th through July 31st. It is a general reading, so it can cover anything like love, work, friends, family, health, etc. So always take it how it resonates for you if it does. And all the readings that I do are timeless. So for instance, this reading could resonate 6 months in the past or 6 months in the future. You could do 3 weeks in the past, 3 weeks in the future, months, days, okay, minutes, hours, seconds, however you want to see it. But whenever you see this message, it is meant for you. I also wanted to say that even if you're not a sun, rising, moon, or Venus Virgo, this reading may still resonate for you, as we all have all 12 signs throughout our birth chart. That's why I always encourage everybody, if you haven't already gotten your birth chart, even if you don't have your exact birth time, you can find out your other placements and, for instance, read your other horoscopes and watch my other videos on my channel to get your full kind of idea of what's going on for you. But anyway, we're going to get into your reading here in just a moment here, Virgo. I've shuffled all your cards and your oracle cards at the very end as well. I do want to talk about a couple astrology notes for this time period. That's actually for everyone, okay? So if you've watched some of the other readings from this series and you want to skip forward, I will be posting a timestamp to do that, all right? So anyway, let's get into it. Here we go, Virgo. So on July 17th, there's a first quarter moon. On July 19th, Vesta enters air sign Libra. So Vesta, not Vespa, Vesta, okay, deals with aspirations, plans, goals, okay? And so it's moving into air sign Libra, which deals with balance, beauty, those kind of themes, okay? So it could be a particular time frame for some of you guys. So it's just a little note here. It doesn't have to resonate, okay? But we're just going through the astrology notes. And then also on July 21st, Venus, which covers love and assets, okay, is going to be entering into Earth sign Virgo, your sign. Okay, so there could definitely be something going on during this time period for you around July 21st. 22nd, you know, astrology is not exact, okay? Sometimes, depending on the individual, you could feel the placements before somebody else or after, okay? So it really depends. All right, then moving forward on July 22nd, the sun enters into Leo, so it'll be officially Leo season, okay? And then on July 23rd, we have a full moon in Aquarius, all right? And on July 27th, Mercury, okay, is leaving sign of Cancer, okay, and it's entering into Leo, right? So Mercury deals with communication, electronics, all of that stuff that we've talked about before. All right, so it also will be entering into fire sign Leo. And then on July 28th, Jupiter is still in retrograde, right? But it's going to be entering into air sign Aquarius, okay? So Jupiter, again, rules themes of travel, big wealth, not everyday wealth, education, religion, law, okay, expansiveness, those kind of themes, okay, and energy. But so it's going to be still in retrograde, I believe, until the 28th of July, okay, but wait, no, this is July 28th. I'll have to check my phone to confirm, okay, but I know it's entering into Aquarius. But let me do that in just a second here, and we'll keep going through the rest of the astrology notes. We only have 2 more, okay? So then on July 29th, Mars is going to be entering into your sign, Earth sign Virgo as well. So Mars rules creativity, passion, anger, issues, okay? So when it's coming into your sign, you're known for your stability, your organization. Those are kind of, quick generalizations and themes, okay? But there could be some particular things happening for you at that time around those themes for you to pay attention to or get more grounded about in general. All right. And then on July 31st, Ceres, which is an asteroid, okay, it's big enough to affect us here on planet Earth. It's similar to the Greek goddess Demeter, okay, and so her themes are nurturing, food, agriculture, gardening, cooking, nutrition, okay. but also for some people a little bit of themes of grief, okay, because when you talk about the goddess Demeter, when Persephone goes into the underworld to grieve her daughter, and we go into the winter months, that's the kind of theme of excuse me, of like a little bit of grief there, okay, but not for everybody, just pointing out some themes, okay. Always take it how it resonates. And then also on the same day, on July 31st, we have a last quarter moon. So let me look up the Jupiter retrograde again real quickly. My phone is not wanting to work with the internet right now. Maybe it's coming out of retrograde in August. I know it's coming up. I believe it's August. But you know what? Since my internet's not working right now, I will double check this later. And I will put a note in the description box below, or also a comment there if you're really interested. But let's go ahead, Virgo, with your reading here, okay? You're like, enough of that, on to me. Okay, so let's call out your cards here and see what's going on for you during this time. Also wanted to say that, you know, if you're new, welcome. And if you're coming back, welcome back, of course. I always take a picture at the end of all the cards here that I've taken for you, that I pulled for you here today, and I will be posting it online if you want to take a look at it at a later time, or while you watch or listen, or just close up later. So it will be in the description box below. You can always follow the instructions there too as well. All right, so we have Two of Swords upright, the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, Nine of Swords in reverse, Prince of Sacred Circles or Prince of Pentacles in reverse, the Empress in reverse, and Seven of Cups upright. So I always start with the main six, okay, if you're looking at the picture. And then I kind of branch off and go into your tarot confirmation cards that I do with another deck. And then I also talk about what's on the top and the bottom of each deck. And then at the very end, we do your oracle cards, okay? So the first row is energy starting around July 17th, okay, a little bit before, a little bit after, going through that week and that weekend. And then the second row is the same idea. So that would be the last week of July. And the last weekend of July, okay? So yes, so let's get into your energy here. So Virgo, you start off your reading with the Two of Swords in the upright position. This is a very nice energy about, you know, wanting to open your heart chakra and make more decisions with your heart and not just your logic, okay? So anytime, again, when we're doing your readings, if you feel like this isn't your energy, it could be the energy of the person or people you're dealing with, your general environment, situation, okay? So that's why I always tell everyone to check your other placements as well, okay? But yeah, so this woman here, this Japanese woman, the way that it's depicted in the card, okay, she's got her two swords, you know, crossed over, and so she's basically going inward, okay, to find more mental clarity, but also to balance that with making decisions with the heart and open the heart chakra. All right, and we'll get into why, you know, that might be here for you in a little bit. All right, and then Virgo, your second card here is, okay, I think you can see it there, is the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. This can be talking about maybe in that first week that we're talking about, the 17th, you may feel a little bit of that it's not the right time for you. You could be feeling stagnant energy or not all the way abundant in some way, okay? Because normally, you know, when this Wheel of Fortune is upright, you know, fortune's on your side, things are moving forward, momentum. So when it's in reverse, it's a little bit of that stagnant energy, okay? Or maybe it's not the right time for something to start or begin, okay? But we'll get into a little bit more of that in just a moment, all right? Actually, yeah, let's do that now. Because my spirit guides wanted me to talk to you about what's on the top and the bottom of your other decks. This is energy from the recent past, why certain cards have come out or just kind of lingering around. What is the recent past? You have to ask yourselves that, since it is a general reading. It will differ for everybody. But in the recent past here, Virgo, it's saying that there was something that wasn't balanced. There wasn't an equal give and take here with the Six of Pentacles in the reverse and the Justice card upright, okay? So the Six of Pentacles is also a charity card, not just with money, but giving back to help somebody in need, okay? Learning a skill or helping them carry their groceries or spending time with someone, whatever it may be, okay? But when there's not an equal give and take, then that can't really happen, okay? And there was also some kind of action that you were possibly waiting for something to be justified. You felt it wasn't just, okay, or vice versa. But there's really a lack of balance in your past, and a really a wanting for there to be more balance, okay, and things to be more fair. And this could be why we have your first two cards, right? The Two of Swords upright and the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So maybe if something wasn't fair, you're trying to go inward and say, okay, if it didn't make sense logic-wise or in the justice system or however you want to look at it, I'm going to go into my heart chakra and find out, what's fair there. How can I adjust to this or forgive or, go with the flow kind of energy here. And then also deal with that stagnant energy of maybe this isn't the right time. Or I don't feel like fate is on my side, or I don't feel particularly abundant at this time. All right, but let's keep going because you do have some good cards coming up. But we all have, ebbs and flows, like I always say, where things are really good and then things are bad, or a little bit of good and bad. Okay, that's just, how it goes, the flow of life. But your next card here is actually a nice placement in the way you want to see this card, okay? So this is the Nine of Swords in the reverse position. So this is an energy of talking about you putting down anxiety, worry, overthinking, being too much up in your head, lower vibrational energies, even exhaustion, okay, for some. So you're starting to put that down and leave that alone, and that is a really good thing, okay? And definitely not easy for anybody, right? So let's keep going here as well. Even though you're making progress here, and that was your third card, right? So that could be the end of the first week or weekend or so, okay? And then with your fourth card, you have the Prince of Sacred Circles in the reverse position. So this talks about there is some type of communication that's being stifled. Either you are going to give a communication to someone, or someone was going to give a communication to you, or if it's not a communication from a person, it could be like a medium-sized opportunity from the universe that was either put on hold, wasn't well received, or just hasn't happened yet, okay? And we can really feel that. One second, the airplane. So we can really feel that energy too here, okay, with this depiction of the card. So sacred circles are the same as pentacles, in this deck, all right? So he's also a prince, right? So this, if it was right side up, it would be you're slowly rising in some type of relationship or work partnership or something like that, moving to the next level. But when it's in the reverse position, it could be saying that that hasn't happened yet, and there could be some stagnant energy where you're not being open to learning something new in some way, okay? So when you are, let's say, a prince or a knight is what it would be in other decks as well, you would be open to learning something new. You're on your way. You're not a king yet, but you're open to that, okay? So there's this energy of either some type of communication with another or within yourself or just in general is a little bit stagnant, a little bit off here. And you can see that just for reference, right side up, when you see this Native American man holding the peace pipe, right? That's like, I want to sit down, I want to have a conversation, I want it to be an equal give and take and vulnerable here, but it was in the reverse for you, okay? So don't worry, like I said, there's still some good stuff coming. But we have to go through the bad to get to the good, right, as they say. So anyway, your fifth card here is the Empress in reverse. So since this is a general reading, it could be a couple of different things. There could be some confidence issues with this card. There could be some feeling of lack of support. Not, again, that thing that we were talking about in the beginning with the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse, not being able to birth a new project, plant the seeds for a new project or relationship or whatever you're currently trying to manifest in your life, right? Because normally when she's right side up, she's pregnant, right? So it's planting the seeds, right? Okay, but it is in reverse for you. So there could be a little bit of blockage here. This could also be with the Empress in the reverse, a lack of creativity or embracing some kind of feminine energy here. Not saying that masculines can't be creative. We're just talking about the metaphor of the card, okay? And what else? Well, there also could be, for some of you, there's a waterfall. Let me show you in the background of this card. So when it's right side up, in control of their emotions, water are the emotions, right? When it's in reverse, there could be some kind of emotions that are out of whack, out of balance, that are causing you to not be as clear-headed as you normally would be, and that could be why the Empress is in the reverse position. There also could be, this could just be for you, Virgo, since the Empress is normally the businesswoman of the tarot or the businessman of the tarot, whatever your sex or gender is, regardless. So when it's in the reverse position, it could be you're just not feeling in your power, in your authority, or not all the way yourself. Again, issues of self-esteem. Let's keep going though, because like I said, we still have some good things coming up here. So your last card in the main six is the Seven of Cups upright. So this is an energy of trying to figure out what makes you happy, what fulfills your cup. You have a lot of options, you know, at this point, maybe towards the end of July, early August. But also it's a little bit of dark night of the soul energy, window shopping for options, okay? But the way that it's depicted in this deck, okay, you see this princess and this king, okay, and they're looking into the cup to try to, hopefully you can see if I hold it like that, looking into the cup to try to figure out, you know, what they want. What they want, okay, what makes them emotionally fulfilled, emotionally content, happy, right? So cups are, you know, the emotions in the tarot, okay? So they are right side up, but it's not like an action card. It's more of a slowing down and try to figuring things out for a moment, okay? But yeah, so that's where we are, you know, as far as your main six cards. I also want to say before we get into your tarot confirmation cards, because this woman here, I don't know if you can see it if I hold it like that, I can't get too close. Okay, it looks like Morgana. So Morgana in the Celtic belief system is one of the priestesses of like herbal magic, okay? But the reason why I want to talk about that is because this is actually where my spirit guides wanted me to talk to you about what's on the top and the bottom of your other deck here, okay? So again, this is past energy lingering around in your reading or why certain cards have come out, okay? So in the recent past, you have Seven of Swords upright and the Princess of Cups in reverse. So the Princess of Cups is Morgana. If you look at them, okay, they kind of have the same outfit, the same hair, the same earrings, all right? So it's just very interesting to point that out. But again, we'll stay on the main themes here. So with this past energy, you could have had some really good luck in the past with something here, Virgo, and other people maybe looked at you. Hold on, the airplane. Okay, so maybe with the Seven of Swords energy, right, where you had really good luck in the past here, Virgo, this could be saying that maybe other people were not understanding your past luck, okay, and there were even some gossiping going around possibly, or just some jealous energy here, okay? But with the Seven of Swords in the upright position, you're really trying to, in the recent past, get your mental clarity, and you know, just bring more abundance in your life, okay? But there still is even though all this abundance and good luck was happening, there still in the recent past was something that was giving you some type of anxiety, worry, overthinking, staying too much up in your head, all those things that we talked about before with the swords, okay? But then here with the Princess of Cups in the reverse position, this is an energy of, again, very, very similar to your Prince of Sacred Circles that we talked about before in the reverse position. So not wanting to learn something new, possibly self-sabotage as far as leveling up in a relationship, in a work situation or project in some way, right? Because she's Princess of the Cups, right? If it was right side up. But also with the moon very small in the background, this talks about illusions. So there could have been some energy in the recent past where you couldn't get over those illusions, okay, because of the emotions, right? The moon card talks about Pisces, the ruler of Pisces, Neptunian energy, very creative, very dreamlike, poetic, okay, but then on the negative side, it can be not seeing things clearly, right? Like if you look at something at nighttime and it's a coat hanger, or a coat hanger or whatever, and at night it looks like a monster or a person or whatever, but when you flip the lights on, you're like, oh, it's just the coat hanger, right? So there could have been something going on in the past where you didn't have all the information. So sorry, excuse me. And this was making you not want to progress and level up and be open to learning something new and hone your craft or your skill in some way. Okay, and that could be, this is again past energy, why you have the Seven of Cups again with Morgana coming out again, saying, okay, what makes me happy? What fills my cup? What are my priorities? Am I just taking too much time to make a decision? Do I have too many options? That kind of energy, okay? So now with all that being said, let's get into your confirmation cards, okay? So you have Five of Swords in the reverse position, you have Five of Cups in the reverse position, and then Ten of Wands in the upright position. So we'll go in order here. With this Five of Swords in the reverse position, this is another Swords card that you want to see reversed. This is a very good sign, okay? This means, again, this normally when we do the confirmation cards, this is past energy unless I otherwise say so. So again, past energy. But in the past, you could have had a hard time staying in the present moment here, Virgo, with something. Or again, if it's not you, it could be the person you're dealing with, general environment or situation, right? Where you were too much stuck in the past or in the future, okay, and not focusing on the present moment. You could have had a lot of also competitive energy around you with others or even with yourself as well, not knowing when you won something, okay, or just if it's not any of those things, just the general idea of anxiety, worry, overthinking. But you started to let that go, just like your other Swords card in the reverse position, your Nine of Swords in the reverse position. So that's how you want to see it, and that's good, right? Like, let all that stuff go, balance out your mental. So when it's coming in here and it's confirming the Two of Swords upright and the Prince of Sacred Circles in reverse, or Prince of Pentacles in reverse, is just basically saying that the more you let all that stuff go, then you can open your heart chakra more with the first card we talked about in your reading. And also, if you use that energy of, I let all that stuff go recently, I'm not going to let that block my elevation into something, right, leveling up into some way, whatever it is. Also, I'm not going to let that I'm not going to let that affect my communication skills with others, and I'm going to be open to learning something new and get rid of stagnant energy and start manifesting again whatever it is, you know, that you want in your life. All right. Now, going forward, we have the Five of Cups in reverse. All right. So this is another card you definitely want to see in the reverse position here, Virgo. So again, energy from the recent past. In the recent past, you might have been only focusing on the negative, having a hard time seeing positive people, situations around you that still want to help you, okay? and make things easier for you in some way, but you decided, hey, that's not working for me, so I'm going to let that go. And that's how you want to see that card. You're not going to cry over spilled milk anymore, that kind of energy. So the more that you let that go, right, it's coming in here and it's confirming the Wheel of Fortune in reverse and the Empress in reverse. So I really feel like you could use that as a catalyst here, Virgo, and say, okay, I'm not going to let fate dictate like what's going to happen, because even though we're talking about tarot, right, nothing is set in stone. It's always your destiny and your participation in what's going on in your life, okay? So you're going to say, I'm not going to focus on just the negative. I'm going to have a more balanced approach to everything, to life, right? It's not easy, but that's what we strive for, okay? And so the more that you do that, then you can feel more abundant again, feel more support from others. Your confidence will come back, your self-esteem, you're just feeling your own power, feeling more like yourself again. And then with your last confirmation card here, you have the Ten of Wands in the upright position. So this is a really beautiful energy. So anytime we talk about tens, right, this is completion, okay? This is you finally maybe at the end of the month or even the beginning, first couple weeks of August. You're going to have this new beginning, like an ending and a new beginning with the Ten of Wands upright. So you see this man walking up the stairs. He has a heavy load on him, but at the top of the stairs is his castle. He's finally going to put the load down and have his family time, whatever makes him happy. He's got the... Okay, sorry, the camera cut. All right, so he's got his white hair, right, that is shown how hard and all the time and experience he's put into whatever it is, this ending and this new beginning for you, okay? But when we talk about the third confirmation card, it's a little bit of past energy and future energy coming together, all right? But it's coming in here to confirm, again, the Nine of Swords in the reverse position and the Seven of Cups upright. So here we go, like that. Hopefully you can see there. So yeah, when this Ten of Wands is coming in and confirming the Nine of Swords, again, kind of what I just said is like, the more that you, Virgo, let go of any anxiety, worry, being too much up in your head and not balancing that out with your body, with your spiritual, like the mind, body, spirit connection, trying to balance all those things, getting enough sleep, taking care of yourself, eating right, all those, things, right? The more that you can do that and let go of all this worry, then you can be closer to your ending and your new beginning, closer to leveling up finally in some way with that Ten of Wands here energy. And also with the Seven of Cups in the right side up position here, also confirmed by the Ten of Wands. This is saying that the more that you can use your experience, your knowledge, or even lean on others if you don't in certain ways, to get advice about what makes them happy. Not saying to copy them or anything like that, but to kind of see, how does that make me think about myself and how I want to, bring more happiness into my life or manifest whatever I want to bring into my life or get rid of or whatever, etc. Okay, so the more that you can do that here, Virgo, then I feel like you'll be able to make more decisions and finally pick up that cup that really resonates for you and start manifesting and moving forward again here and going back into action, right? Because the Seven of Cups again was more like observational energy. Okay. All right. So with all that being said, let's finally get into your lighter, more fun oracle cards here. So, all right, sorry about that, the airplane. So your first oracle card, this is the Rebecca Campbell deck, okay? It's called the Great Servicing. It's Mars energy. Didn't we talk about in the beginning? Mars is entering your sign, Virgo, on July 29th, okay? But anyway, it says conflict, anger, and then softening to love. So the little message that she has really quickly, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but just 2 sentences to kind of focus on is, how are you cutting yourself off from love? How can you soften towards those who may have hurt you? All right. So that could be a particular message for some of you guys during this time. And then your second oracle card, your love oracle message, whether you're watching for romantic reasons or platonic love with friends or family or even self-love, is it is safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. Okay, and I really feel like that goes with the theme of your reading too, with the Two of Swords upright and opening your heart chakra there. Okay. And then your very last oracle card is the Seagull. Sorry, I had a bug right there. It's really humid today. It's a seagull, and it says, now is the time for deep emotional healing. All right, so you can always look up, the Native American shamanic power animal significance of a seagull or seagull magic if you want to get even more into how you can incorporate that, animal totem during this time period if you want. But yeah, that is your reading here, Virgo. Thank you guys so much, as always, for your likes, for your shares, for your support, for your subscriptions. If you want to subscribe, all you have to do is click in the description box below and click on the bell icon, make sure it's blue and active, and it'll just notify you when I put out new videos. But other than that, always feel free to let me know, guys, too, if you like these outside videos. Let me know if you can hear me okay. All of those things. All right, so anyway, enjoy this time, and thank you guys so much. I'll see you later. All right, take care.